I believe we went over everything important. The days we're probably gonna have off. I don't think there's anything major. I still don't know when my job is changing. Of course, I'll let you know whenever that happens.
Never they're
Else?
stringing you along.
Yeah, children. They might be. Who knows? I don't
Like,
think so. Who
next
knows?
week.
So whenever that changes, I'll let you guys know. But for now, that's not an issue. Of course, everyone welcome Jan. Jan is
Welcome, Jan.
due to you guys, actually,
who's
not
this?
really
Did we
any
met
choice
them
of my own.
before?
You guys have voted Jan into the game.
They held me at gunpoint until I said yes.
Yeah. They let Ambrose too much.
Wait, really? Wait, did that actually happen, guys?
Yeah.
Is that true?
You
Why
were one
did
of
you
them.
do that?
So yeah, Jan shall be joining us from now until something happens, I guess, or until the end of the game. Though you're joining us nearly 80 sessions in, it's a pleasure to have you.
Until death do us part.
I've been here before.
All right.
Wait, really, when?
That being said, short recap. The last couple weeks, you guys were ambushed at dinner where Hawkins was revealing a lot of his secrets to the people he trusts by Charming Brighton and Ambrose Mistilling. More or less, you were given the Vow of Pats as kind of a gift. But now, of course, you all realize it was a bit of a trap of sorts, as he convinced you all to come with him to a meeting with Galvera, which very quickly, though I think maybe some people realized was going to be a setup, it was in fact a setup, and he was using you to help basically kill Galvera. Things happened even again, and more things happened, which, quite frankly, put you all in a pretty rough position. In the end, Galvera and Ambrose managing to slay each other. However, during the entire time, Galvera and his men seemed rather prepared, and mentions of an Operation Dark Hair kept going around. And at the end, whenever they died, and you guys were trying to take care of Bison Gruda, the Dark Summoner, the Dark Magician, and Dandrin, the Vicious, the sneaky rogue, the roof started to cave in as twin from the ceiling, a large, you guys would all recognize it as a devil from their insane antlers, which are usually much different than the elves, as you can see the image. Insane antlers with, I think it was 12 wings and many arms, some holding judge-like scales, a gavel, and a book. And then one of the hands held by the neck is the unconscious Charming Brighton. Following down beside them is an old face, Fernazar Edwards, which very quickly is revealed to be Galvera by the words he says and his tone of speech. And as he dons the badge of Galvera, his rose badge, well, not rose badge, his blossom badge, and the badge of the Squall Knights. As all of you look up to realize Galvera has somehow taken over the body of Fernazar Edwards and is still alive. I shall not be playing music today, so you guys are free to play what you'd like. And unless anyone else has something to say, we shall get started.
MVPs?
Yeah.
Oh, yes. I have no idea who voted for what.
Also, just because I think it's funny. Hey, Fawn, did you finish the all the stuff, all the items?
Did I suddenly realize we were playing this week halfway through?
Oh,
Yes.
Yeah, that's
Did I
true.
finish the items? No.
That is true. No, fair point. My bad. You got me.
Yeah, he got your fucking ass.
Yep. Raise his hands in air.
Caught.
You got me.
You're done, kid.
Giga caught.
Mouth wide
let's
open.
see.
Shock.
How many votes did I get? Wait, who? Let's see. Where's P? Looking at all these votes, weirdly enough, it looks like Jan won the MVP by one vote.
Based.
Wow.
Oh, I didn't even think of voting for. I didn't even think of them as a part of the campaign, so I didn't. I would have
Damn.
probably voted them.
Damn.
Then just got
That's
dehumanized.
crazy.
I
Damn.
just
So
literally just an
Jen,
NPC.
there's a
Because he's
Jen, there's a thing we do, which I don't know if I ever informed you about. Probably not, because it didn't really matter to you. But in the very session, I get everyone votes, deems me an MVP vote who they thought was the most valued player of the game, and whoever wins gets to pick a card from a deck of cards, and then that
Okay.
becomes like a plus to any role you want, yours or an ally's.
Cool.
And unfortunately, I can't just hand you a deck of cards. So what I do is I pick out 5 randomly, and then you give me number 1 to 5.
3.
I like this guy. I like this
If he,
guy.
if he gets the Joker, I'll be pissed.
I like this guy.
What is
He's
it?
the
Are you,
first
are
guy.
you sure you want 3?
Oh.
I don't like that you said it like that.
He does that every
No,
time.
I
he
like
does
that
that, he
every
does
single
that.
time. No
Yeah.
fall first tricks.
I like having a new guy.
You know, you're not making me second guess myself.
Oh, I should have switched.
Okay.
It's the Joker, the first Joker.
You now have a 10 of diamonds. So you now have a plus 10 to any roll.
That's good. That's good. We
Jesus,
like
That's a
that.
good amount of pluses you roll.
And
Nope.
you gotta keep up with that. I think they use a document in the information tab. But you gotta keep up with that yourself. I don't keep up with those.
Okay.
All right. Anything else? Seems like a no. Coming down
No,
from
sir.
the ceiling, Franzar Edwards has started out. Well, Hawkins, it seems I have come up with a better use than having to kill all of you. How about we all go into... How about we restore the meeting that was so rudely interrupted earlier? For now, no one's loaded the weapons.
Well, I think I know when I'm beat. As long as we'll sheath his weapons.
You see, well, the rest of you, all of you see Hawkins, technically your commander, not necessarily. Sheath his weapons. Do y'all follow?
I follow. Neelam follows.
Do I see it? I'm kind of just out there.
I'd say you'd realize like what's happening. Like this is a big boom, and everything went silent. And I mean, the enemies you see like lower their stuff as well. I think you'd probably catch on. 05. You're a smart guy.
Oh, perfect.
You see your enemies also lower their weapons. The summons do not disappear yet, but they're not
Fucking
attacking.
shoot us.
Yeah, you get executed. They're not being commanded. And slowly, you see as the 2 of them lower down to the ground and land. Fernazar attempts to walk around, and you see he kind of stumbles. It's very clear he's not used to this body yet. And for a brief moment, you would recognize very clearly the opportunity to get rid of him now when he's still in this weakened state of just transferring bodies. But very quickly, any recognition of a moment of weakness or an opening is lost as he turns to this devil behind him. Ophelion. This body, I'm not... Can you help me get used to it quicker? For the moment. Of course. I hereby state, any not in their original body have full control of their body while in this area. I think all of you have your original bodies besides Hawkins, right?
Yeah, I guess
What?
technically.
Oh,
You all watch.
is your hand?
You all watch Fronazar, his like muscles clench and like his bones like kind of pop, and he walks extremely smoothly and with the most precision. Hawkins, you mostly have control of your body, but technically you're a reincarnation of your original self. And briefly, while you didn't know mechanical bonus, you feel your body open up. You feel faster, stronger, lighter than ever. You can like sense like all the veins in your body, all your magical veins. You can sense everything within you, which is a strange experience to have out of nowhere. As Ophelion sets a new law in this area. Fernazar, actually ignoring you all, waltz over past you. The wyvern goes the other way. Waltz over past you and goes towards the bodies of the 2 defeated Night Lords, including himself. And you see briefly he goes to where Ambrose lied and starts looking through his items. And you hear Hawkins. Most of you, while you're probably trying to understand what's happening, Hawkins, you notice him under his breath say, "Where is the sword?" As he kind of like kicks the ground. He like rubs his head for a moment, and he's like talking out loud. He wouldn't have had the foresight to think I'm coming for him for the sword. He'd have thought it's revenge. He wouldn't have got rid of it. He's not dumb enough. No one else knew he had that besides me.
It's morbid, ain't it? Seeing your own body.
He side eyes you and like looks behind him to like his own body, like just flesh up against the wall, no skeletal structure anymore. It's not something that is very shocking to see whenever you were on death's doors anyway. I would have died within 5 years in that body.
Oh.
Don't say oh.
Good job.
Age is the strongest foe you'll ever face. As he seemed very irritated at you interrupting him, and he does another take on looking for this Hawkins without much. You don't even have to do insight. You understand he's looking for the Vowapats. That this ultimate plan of his was to get that key to the throne. It wasn't some revenge. All this operation was for that. And he manages very irritatedly waltz back. Ophelion, is the woman awake? No, she's going to be asleep for a while. As she tosses Charming's body on the ground, which I suppose I'd pull out.
Can I catch it?
Well, she's on the ground. She's not really like. She's kind of just dropping it. Let's see.
My wife.
My wife.
Oh, very nice.
What is important to?
Do they seem do they seem aggressive towards us at all? Like,
No.
okay, then I feel like I'd probably run around and tend to basic wounds.
Yeah, they're basically corralling you all into the center.
Can I do one thing?
Yeah, what are you up to?
I put Alexis's head in the bag of bones.
You have to do me a sleight of hand check.
Sure.
Can I make can
This is gonna end
someone make a
horribly.
loud dad sneeze?
I don't think any of you. That's maybe Morton. That's maybe Morton does. across the
I
way
can
looking.
telepathically
Oh, okay.
say do something.
You still have to do me a sleight of hand check. I'll give
Yeah.
you.
Morden,
I just have to give you
now.
advantage. Why not?
I have a fart
Nice of you.
building.
Morgan lets out a dad sneeze.
It's basically help action.
Okay.
14.
The dancing
Let's
frog
see.
comes out.
I'm trying.
Hello,
to
my
see
baby.
if
Hello, my
there is
darling.
anything I could
Hello,
do
my
with that.
ragtime gal.
Oh,
That's his, and then
Damn.
let's see. What's hers? Oh fuck! I can't import. stuff.
Count Vera does not have any wisdom. Good lord.
Okay, then Ophelion.
These bitches do not be wise.
I mean, we're pretty far away. You know, we're not that close. I don't know. A plus 12.
She's a demon.
No, she's not.
Devil.
She's a high-ranking devil.
Or devil, yeah.
She's a high-ranking devil, mind you, in charge of all laws. So, You don't notice. No one stops you when you put this in your bag of bones.
We bar, fella.
A
Maybe
plus
Philion
12
is just like,
insane.
you know, they're the judge of plausality, right? Or plausibility.
Mm.
So maybe they're just like, it's not my business. That's possible. They can succeed
That's
that without getting
plausible.
seen. That's the only thing to remember. So I don't want to get too greedy.
So he
What, you
walks
don't
back
want his
over
sword?
and calls you all over here to a meeting, more or less. He walks forward, and you witness him kick Charming in the back as she rolls.
Oh,
Why can't you be awake when I need you? Totally the other reason she's not conscious. But, Ophelia stands behind him as these other ones kind of.
Can I like do a history check on Ophelia? Because I don't think I know exactly.
Yeah,
what the deal is.
I think all of you'd recognize this as a high-ranking devil at the very least.
But I don't know like what
Simply,
kind of devil maybe.
yeah, simply from their antlers. All devils, especially high-ranking ones, the crazier their antlers are, usually the more high-ranking they are.
Religion?
History, I think.
History? Okay.
I mean, they are real, so.
Say the same thing about the rings. Oh, I see. I get it. Yeah, he's.
Damn.
all you know, this is devil. You do understand it's likely the one Galvera had made a deal with, and also most likely a very strong one. That's kind of all you know.
okay.
All right, they call you forward. He kind of composes himself. All right, here's the deal. I'm not going to ask you of something I think is impossible. I'm not going to ask you to go on some crazy mission for me. He looks over. Morden, get over here.
I was just gonna
No need to.
see if my friend was okay.
Bison looks at you. I'm just kidding. I'm okay.
He like growled.
What a goofy guy.
What a goofball.
All right, so here's the
Bison,
deal.
can we have him?
That's a real necromancer thing to say. All right, so here's the deal. I know the five of you are real buddy-buddy with Alfonso and Ditzer. Sorry, Emperor and Ditzer. Unlike myself, though we share the same position, there are certain things neither of us have the right to. However, there's some things I suspect he'd be willing to give or make exceptions to the people he really enjoys being around. He kind of waves to the five of you. You five. I understand Afonso is quite fond of the five of you, and you've worked closely for a long time. So I'm going to ask a simple favor, asking a favor from Afonso, without him knowing it's from me. What I need is an item that is currently in the treasury of Silfrin. It is in the lower vaults, behind the lower gates, which I know leads towards Professor Dirt. Even Professor Dirt, the head of research and archaeology, will not have access to. Simply put, you need to convince Afonso to let you go in there and, well, get what I'm looking for. How you do that, that's up to you. In return, you're going to have to sign a binding contract for this. He points his finger back behind to Ophelion. To ensure that you do this, and to ensure that you don't try to backstab me, so we don't have to worry about any more trickery amongst us. You all very silent. Any questions so far?
What is it?
It is an item from nearly 60 years ago that came from the fallen continent, the continent of Ugin. You know it well, as you got invaded by it, and he points out to many of you who have serious wounds from that battle and from the creatures that came from that fallen continent. It is called the Circlet of the Flesh Hand. Its official name, Garlus. As Professor Dirt, you know it probably right away. It's oops. She's speaking in language that you guys don't know.
This
I
is
do know.
Kadoi.
I know
We
it.
speak Kadoyan.
I know
He
it.
also might.
Keep your
I
abyssal
see what
to
that
the
does.
underworld.
They all be speaking Dwarvish right now. For what reason? I don't know.
I can
Yeah.
translate. Here, you guys. Here. That. Yeah, that
Yeah.
was me though.
It should be simple enough. The deal is you get it, and you bring it to me as quickly as possible, most conveniently as possible. You hand it off to me, and we have no more issues. Of course, in this contract shall be you're not going to go around spreading information about what's happened here. Likewise, I won't either.
So we do this, and our relationship reverts to how it was.
Yes. Just imagine this. A political situation, as if we were doing something. This is politics, Hawken. We don't need to hate each other after all this. I understand it was just business. This is just business. I think you would understand that term.
Right. And,
As I said, I
what-
personally
what
like you
of,
guys.
Like a chiming.
Oh, she's he smiles and he says this, looking at you. She's a necromancer. She can't be let go. She'll remain a prisoner. Simple.
Cool.
I will announce I have killed and defeated Ambrose, and figure out how to explain my new looks. But actually, honestly, I'll probably just disguise myself, and then Charming will eventually have to face trial. And well, I don't have to tell you what's going to happen there if she faces trial. But for now, I don't see a reason not to keep her a prisoner. In fact, I have something to ask her, but she's so tired.
Right. Where? Gang? Thoughts?
So is this like something we have to do?
Oh, we could
he-
I would
fight.
assume
He's
so.
yeah, smiles. He looks towards you, Morden. If you don't value your life, Morden, I'll happily hand you a weapon to slice your own throat. Or I can help
Where'd
you
he get
with
that car from?
it. I'm
One
rich.
drives away.
What the fuck is that? You guys hear that?
That's
I'm
Morden's
out of
growl.
here. Brrr.
That's Jan. Jan's new character.
Roll
Oh,
up,
It's a
Did
car.
Professor
His
Dirt
character's a
teleport
car.
us?
roll up in my Fari.
Can Professor Dirt teleport us?
Yeah.
Can we just
Like-
can we just leave and not sign a contract?
They're probably. I mean, I guess because.
I don't think that's gonna work, but yeah. You're probably visibly casting, right?
Yeah, but what's the
no.
casting speed of it?
I
An
have.
action.
I think my longest range teleport's 500 feet.
Yeah, we could make it out of here. And fucking run.
500 feet. I'm pretty sure it's just the size of this map.
Does it have to be somewhere you can see?
Swells, did you take one of the other TP spells?
I mean, I think the best TP spell we got is like teleportation circle, but I haven't got it. Even that, you can't
It's
use it
crazy
here.
you're even thinking about doing this in front of a devil.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that.
Oh,
That
you don't know.
Controls
Yeah,
the
you do have
laws
to
of
see.
what can and can't happen.
Well, if they
I-
haven't made a law for it yet, then like
I was like,
Yeah.
the teleport Ern's thinking of is a 7th level spell, I think.
Yeah.
The one that like actually
Oh.
teleports.
Well, P-Buggy has Arcane Gate, but I didn't know.
Yeah,
if you
and
had to
also they
see-
can follow us through that. So
Oh.
Let 'em out.
We're
Owen,
leaving. Goes
he,
through the gate. They're right behind you.
Yeah, they
they just walk
behind
straight
you.
through. Oh,
You're like,
What
oh
if I
shit.
put my spear in the gate? They
um,
can't walk through it because
Okay.
my
So yeah,
spear's in the way.
he looks at you
Can I
all.
get a vibe from the rest of the group?
I don't like. I
Well-
don't like it at all.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure
Well, this
all
is
of
just
them.
like
I
how it
also
is.
don't like it. I'm like,
Yeah, they shouldn't be
I feel like
like
this is
that.
just always how it is, though. We don't really have an option, do we?
and I, because you said I know what the item is. Do I know what it does?
Yeah. You know the item is so the flesh hand is the title of a person. During the falling of the fallen continent, one of the major players was the flesh hand, a general of demons and devils, more or less. Well, you probably don't know too much. The running theory of the circlet of the flesh hand is that if not being worn, it constantly summons demons and devils, or it can at the very least. It will do it on its own. It's sentient, and it's a very evil item. If someone wears it, the most famous thing it's known to do is allows complete control over all lesser devils and demons, and the ability to attempt to control higher level demons and devils. So basically, it gives you control over demons and devils. That's
It gives you an
simplest.
army.
And at the very least, it allows you to subdue any sort of thing like that.
can we see the
eh,
contract in full writing?
You guys know how devils work? Yeah, she will. She is. They are very law abiding. They will fully write out the contract.
Yeah,
I
Do you
think
have
our
the
best bet is
contract?
finding a loophole.
Go get a lawyer.
Do you have the contract?
If the terms I've spoken are agreed upon, Ophelia can write it up in no time. I'm sure she'll
Oh
be
my god, so
happy
they're
to do
literally
so.
gonna write us a contract.
Yeah, devil
That's
contract.
devil work.
I mean, the thing is we don't really have any terms for us to agree to, so I guess just write up the contract. I'd like nudge Hawkins, like,
Is the only benefit that we get is we don't die?
You don't die. He also won't like. He won't say anything on the fact that you were working with Ambrose, which would be treason.
So pretty much like we're pardoned of our crimes and
Yeah.
we get to live.
Yeah. So more or less, none of
pretty
this
good
will
deal.
be an issue henceforth.
And if we don't accept, we die.
Yeah, you realize the value here is he values doing this item more than getting rid of you guys, who are a huge political threat for him. Because if he gets rid of you right now, he's the strongest, the only person with enough power to rule this nation besides Afonso, and then it's just getting rid of Afonso.
Damn, I didn't know we were balling that much.
So, I mean, there might be a few people, but basically, he values this item, and this is a good deal because he has arguably more reason to slay you here and get rid of you as rivals. But he's offering to not do that, which also shows that for whatever reason, this item is extremely valuable to whatever his plans are.
what would Jan do in this situation?
What would Jan's character do, guys?
I think Jan would be like, "I'm not running from here." Okay, good deal.
I
as
think
he's
I
gonna
think they
say.
go. "Vroom, I am a car.
We don't really have a.
I mean, Ambrose would go out fighting, but you guys aren't Ambrose, so
Well, you did go out fighting.
exactly. And you saw how that ended.
I just the
He
third
came
option,
back to life.
The third option is you guys fight this guy. So, and you guys are free to judge how well you'll fare in that sense right now.
See, if the devil wasn't here, I'd say we should fight.
Yeah, but with the demon
But-
just going like, the rule is that all of your feet leave, and then we don't have feet anymore.
Oh,
The
my
rule is
feet.
I
That'd be
win.
fun.
Yeah, they're about to make a law that says, yeah, only these people can use their weapons.
All your
The
fingers
new
are
law
replaced with
is-
pinkies.
I'd win.
The new law is if your names are not Frenziar Edwards, you kill yourself.
Every time you move a muscle, you fart.
I mean, we kind of just have to look for loopholes, right?
I think the
Find
loophole
some
is
loophole?
we start kissing their feet aggressively.
Fawnde, write the contract.
If I guess I'll just accept. Well, if we're going to hand this item to you, and try and have as little questions as possible about it from any third party, What would you say to us giving your location and faking a highwayman or some sort of surprise attack and it gets stolen from us?
Oh, that won't matter. Just bring it to me. I'll cover the history.
Well, if you could cover the history, honestly, I vote yes.
What happens if we
Alright.
vote no? We just die. So why would we vote anything?
Yeah,
else?
if we vote no, we die. So I guess now's your chance to make a new
Yeah.
character.
I mean, there's a chance we don't die, but we pretty
Live
much die.
today so you can fight tomorrow and all that.
Would it
Yeah.
be insane, Morden says, if we could just get a little more to make it more worthwhile?
Morden, he looks at you. I understand you are the one who filled the gap left by the river rats after he looks for Hawkins. Someone so happily got rid of them. And I understand you are a large player in my city. Now, what is it you'd be asking for from the one who rules Port Crevice?
Well, as a new owner of as the owner of Port Crevice, I feel it'd be very beneficial for not only for you, but also for those who are willing to, do a great deed for you. If I could have just more buildings under our name, our being Hawkins's domain.
Oh wait, I think it's all of the contracts are under your name actually, Morden.
Why are you giving so much power?
So, just having a little more can definitely. I'm not saying I'm not going to help you. I would much rather make a new friend than a new enemy. But I would feel a lot more obligated and more into it if I was personally able to get just a little more, if I'm not overstepping my boundaries.
Morden, I respect your brazenness. I'll accept these terms. However, there will have to be a line added to your contract specifically, stating that you, with your underground, whatever you call it, cabal or force, are not allowed to, with that new gained power, or with the power you have in Port Crevice, you're not allowed to ever make the first move against the Bladstill Order or myself.
Mordecai just rustles his Jack Black mustache.
He does raise his hand. However, if we are ever to make a first move, myself or the Bladstill Order, are ever to make a first move against your position within Port Crevice, that deal is minute, and you're allowed to make the first move henceforth.
Okay, out of character. So he says that I could never make a move,
Yeah, you could totally
the first
get around
move,
that.
the first move against the Black Steel Order. But if they make their move against me, I can then make the first move?
You
Basically
can totally
means
get around that. Such a loophole.
that he's saying that you can never get anyone under your command, anyone related to you, you can never be part of or get anyone to attack the Bladstill Order or himself first.
You can't
However-
cause violence against them.
Yes, you
First.
cannot be part of violence.
But as soon as they attack me, that the clause is then.
Yeah, so if they ever decide, basically it means you can't ambush them, but they get one free ambush against you if they ever deem it.
But that doesn't
Or, you
include
know,
like business
what if
decisions.
like two of your guys are at a bar and then one of their guys is there and their guy swings?
Yeah.
You're good.
Yeah. I just look up and I say,
You just have to go
I-
talk shit until someone swings.
I look forward to our business together.
All right.
Hawkins, are we allowed to ask for stuff?
Give me a insight check, Morden. Only you.
Insight? Uh-oh.
He's inciting.
You realize things start falling together for you a little bit, Morden. The Bladstill Order, which is the largest force here in Port Crevice, they do not have a leader. Well, they do. Anytime you've done business with them, you've done business with a person named the Vicious, or just Vicious. The person in charge of the Blackstone Order is called the Monarch, but he, or whatever the Monarch is, has never been seen. And it starts clicking into place why you feel early you recognized a voice. When Dandrin tried to attack you, you recognized the voice of the Vicious, the spokesperson of the Blackstone Order. And then you realize Dandrin, who's over there, has been pained by everyone else. You realize he is the one who runs the Blackstone Order, which probably means the mysterious monarch who can't be known to be in charge is Galvera. So that's why you realize he's probably said that. Which you may have been suspicious beforehand, so he didn't care to hide it. But you realize that Hawkins, I don't know if you realize that, but that also makes you realize you've been working for Galvera. He's been using you guys.
Yeah, I was like, why would he mention the Blackstone Order? We have a really good relationship with them. Of course we wouldn't do the first attack on the Blackstone Order. Oh, fuck.
But he said that to Morden because Morden's different. Morden would have been able to see that eventually. He looks at you. Yes.
Can I ask for something?
You have to riz him up if you're going to ask for something.
What would you like?
Can I please ask for something?
No.
I want a conversation.
With?
I point towards Aphelion.
That is business between you and her, I believe.
I start waving, like, kind of small. Like, small waves.
She just looks at you. She doesn't really respond back.
Demons are artistic. You have to be more clear.
All right, we shall be wrapping up this contract. Aphelion, you understand how these work. I trust you'll take care of it. And she nods. I'll write the contract officially. The contract states the following, though. It has your names. The 5 of you are to get this item the most efficient way possible and as quickly as possible to Galvera. Secondly, it states neither party is allowed to openly admit to someone who does not already know any information about what's happened here. And it states underneath that if someone is accidentally informed by overhearing a conversation about it, the person who accidentally revealed the information will instantly be slain. Secondly, it then goes on to state anyone who tries to breach this contract in any form shall instantly be slain. And for Morden, it adds on to yours. Galvera will promise you. Not exactly sure what you're looking for, because I mean, there's so much you could get. He basically promises to nearly double the amount of buildings you currently have leased or like are in your name. In return, it says Morden or anyone related to Morden is not allowed to make a first move against the Blackstone Order or Galvera. Or not. Well, it doesn't say not make the first move. There can be no orders to make a first move. Unless, as I stated earlier, unless they make a first, or basically orders come down to attack you guys, or attack you, Morden, and your position in Port Crevice. So that means you can never put any orders out on the Blackstone Order, or take action without orders, and vice versa.
Works for me.
And finally, it states, at the end, it finishes off by saying, anyone who attempts to subvert any of these expectations, or the mutual understanding between this contract, will face trial in a trial of, it basically just says in a devil court. Will face judgment in a devil court for anyone who attempts
I want a devil court session.
For anyone who attempts to breach this
Guys,
contract
that's where I
in any
wanna take
method.
We gotta go to Devil Court.
Alright, I'll break the contract already.
We go to Devil Court?
No, we're speedrunning Devil Court.
Objection.
So that contract, each of you get one of those, like, just it's basically someone in front of you with a pin. Yours is a little bit different, Morden.
I assume everyone, like, do these people also have to sign that they're not going to talk about what happened here and stuff like that? Everyone signs it. It's basically the same contract. You imagine it might be slightly different for everyone else, but Aphelion
with you looking around, she quietly says, not really quietly, she just out of nowhere says, "Don't worry. All are subjected to the same rules."
Well, that's
I
nice.
find it hard to believe that watching you put your thumb on the scales like this.
She looks at you. A judge has honor, and if not that enough reason to believe me, then what choice do you have but sign the contract?
Spoken like a
always
true
how-
devil.
Always how it is.
Basically, she says, "It is what it is."
Don't get
does-
fucked.
Does everyone sign the contract?
Yeah.
I wanted
Yeah.
them writing.
I want to read the contract.
No, I don't have it written out right now. I can't do it mid
Oh,
Okay,
sentence.
go
so
ahead.
what the? Oh god.
Yeah,
We'll wait.
We'll wait.
I accept it.
Well, wait, go on, Fondy.
I mean,
no.
you guys have to read the
I don't-
contract,
no,
but you
no,
do have
no,
to,
no.
you do have to understand that there is a clause in there that anyone who tries to breach these contracts are going to devil court on the faces of being killed.
Yeah, well, devil court.
Some things instantly kill you.
A
Devil
loophole
court,
is not a
devil
breach,
s'more.
firstly.
You
it's
broke
following
court.
it. Rules as written. Rules as written.
I guess I'll walk up and grab the contract.
What's in front of you? It's summoned in
Oh.
front of you with
I
that
walk
epical
back.
pen.
Floating.
Okay, slash me. I read and I find like 3 loopholes, and I agree
Which
to
are
it.
all mostly counteracted by the fact that if you try to
Yeah,
get
but
around
they're
these
like
deals anyway.
loopholes and reading it like word for word, rules as written, you know. And then we find like it says, "Oh, you can't kill them, so I get someone else to kill them," you know, something like that.
Yeah,
you
they
know?
said they
Well, that's
just
not-
said
that's on
that you couldn't
Morden's.
do that. Oh.
Basically, the
That's-
clause at the end
okay.
So we're
says
allowed
if
to
you
kill
make any attempt to subvert the expectations from these contracts, you're faced. You go to devil court.
Devil
Demon.
court.
What about angel court? Is there an angel court?
Angels aren't. Angels aren't
Yeah,
as
angels aren't
prevalent.
real.
Yeah, they're not. They're not as prevalent as devils. They're not verified to be real. Like
Angels
you're
aren't
probably the
real,
closest thing
dude.
to an angel in this
Angels
world.
aren't real.
Aw.
Now there are
That's
why
titled,
doesn't it
there
do
there are
flirting?
angels like they're titled angels, but they're not necessarily the same as how devils and demons are.
And this is messed up. The
World
bad guys are
war
winning.
Anyway,
demons.
is anyone
They
not
always
signing
win.
for any reason?
I'll sign because I already found a loophole.
Okay, so everyone signs.
Okay.
With that, Galvera looks at you all. Well, it's
You
Been a
have
pleasure.
to sign too.
he has signed. Everyone signed. Ophelion also. You also hear Ophelion look at him in the back and say, "Galvera, just because you got a new body doesn't mean you can't be marked." You see Galvera looks a little bit. And he's not looking towards her. He's looking towards you. You guys see he looks quite annoyed on his face. I'm
No
going.
loopholes, Galvera.
I'm going to remark you. Since you changed bodies.
Owned.
Fine.
Stupid to do any of that.
I will not try to get rid of my obligations. I shall happily accept it. As, you guys don't really see anything change, but, you've heard that.
Can I try and like do an
Happily.
insight or investigation if he just got on a mark just now and see if I can find where it is?
You don't have to, you understand that she's just marked him, you just don't see it, so you know it's somewhere under his, it's not obvious. For whatever reason, some devils are very rude and put a mark on like foreheads and stuff. But she has, even on Galvera's body, you didn't see one. So you imagine she's given some sort of one that's able to be covered up.
It's on his butt, isn't it? He's got a
Tramp
cute
stamp.
mark.
Maybe.
Yeah, the tramp stamp.
It's cutie more.
With that,
Julius, that's false referencing Battle Padding.
with that, he looks at you. Does anyone else have anything more to say?
Penis.
Who said that?
Sorry, he's not been introduced yet.
He's no with us.
Sorry, I was on the wrong
He's
page.
backstage.
All right,
Waiting
it
for
seems.
his-
Wait, I'm sorry, out of character. So as soon as Jan's character hears about this, we all die.
Yeah, we can't touch him.
Necessary. That by contract for now. He looks at you. If that's nothing else, I shall send you on your way. Ophelion, if you will. She nods.
By meeting Jan, we all die.
She
Hey, we're here for the.
she nods and hears say, I hereby make it anyone who does not belong in Port Crevice as their home shall be returned to the primary place of residence. And as she says that, you feel tremors around you, and next thing you know, you're all back in Castle Oddity.
Oh god, I hate them.
Bye.
All
I'll
5
talk
of
to you later. I'm waving
return
towards the
to
devil.
Castle Oddity. She looks at you without much reaction.
Wait, did she just teleport like all immigrants out of Port Crevice?
Maybe.
That's how they fix it. That's how they
that's why I got the devil in the
immigrant
first
problem.
place. He didn't need
Yeah,
like
they
magic.
ultimate
Port Crevice is
racism.
just empty now. Well, if
no
I comes
homeless
back, where's
people.
all my workers?
I'll be right back.
Well, that
Well,
went well.
Yeah, just don't
No,
tell
it
me.
Can
didn't.
your character make people kiss?
Sorry?
Maybe.
Make them make out and have sex?
it's a devil, not a demon.
Yeah, you guys are being really fucking rude right now.
Same word, my brother.
Demons are just lesser than devils. They're the same thing.
No, they're
They should
different.
only-
They all
the whole-
speak
I thought the
abyssal
whole
down
point
there.
of a devil is there's supposed to only be one of them.
They all
was the point.
speak infernal.
No, that's a the devil. That's a the devil.
What?
so it's
Why
like-
do you hate angels?
You can have
Why
multiple
do you know every
Jesuses,
language?
You get to have the Jesus.
What do you mean?
It
Why do
doesn't
I
mean
know
that
every
you're speaking a
language?
different language.
Is it not speaking in Druid?
No,
I know every language.
It's not.
I mean,
speaking
even
in
I could
Druid.
read that. Is
What
that
the heck?
all I know is Colin's
Yeah,
Draconic.
you didn't.
Yeah, why do you
guys
speak
like the
Druid?
language?
First off,
First of
Explain.
all, I know every language. Second of all, how dare you say that?
Every language.
Yes, every single language I know.
Every
Hi, Hawkins.
language.
it shows up when he like on your token. We can read it, but then once it's in the chat, we can't.
Oh,
Hi, Hawkins.
let me see. Let me
Do
fix
it
that.
again. Type again, Hawkins. Nuh-uh. That's funny. Hamburger.
Damn.
Oh wow, dude.
Hamburger.
Not cool, motherfucker.
What'd you say?
Yeah, why is
Oh, it's because we don't have tokens on the map. That's why.
Mo5, I
Oh.
want you to know I had to resist the urge to be really racist with my character towards you
Why?
specifically.
No, do it. It's funny.
Towards
was
me
a lot.
specifically.
Your character
That there was a lot of
I was gonna make
discussion.
a Korean character with a really bad accent.
I mean, do your
Oh.
best, man.
I thought you meant like your character is like.
like I thought Ambrose was
yeah,
going to be
yeah,
racist.
yeah.
No.
That would be cool.
Alright.
That's a good
It's okay
character.
if you want to go for it. I don't really care.
Yeah, we've all been.
Yeah, I know. He's gonna see you guys and spit on you.
No.
Okay. So firstly, if you guys have just been teleported back, I'm gonna jump us into a next scene like a couple of days from now. However, you guys are free to roleplay right now if there's anything you wish to do right after this.
Oh, I hate it when I'm teleported.
Sniffs Hawkins' neck.
Not.
Fellas, sorry I came to that. That was ugly.
That was rather humiliating.
Yeah, but I hope at least seeing that you understand the kind of people that rule this country. Is that a good man? Is that a hero of Kadoi?
No.
No. I'm doing things that look ugly, but I'll give you this one empirical truth. I don't want it. I don't want Kadoi. And that's the truth.
Everybody that says that is a bad guy.
I'm Jon Snow.
What do you have to clarify?
He doesn't all take a
Just
long
'cause
rest,
you
by the
actually
way.
wanted-
So, never the long rest. Yeah.
Wow, you guys are long resting? That's crazy.
I do everything the long
We're
way.
really taking our time, huh?
Where's the button?
Top next to your
Top
devil.
right.
But yeah, Hawkins says that. Anyone else? What are you guys up to after this? Actually, what do you guys do after that?
We gotta go to Silverin,
Gotta get the job done.
right? We go because isn't on the contract. We have to do this as efficiently as
Uh,
possible.
quite efficiently. Quite frankly, the thing you're going to next, I'm gonna jump cut you to whenever you guys are done with your role play here. Alfonso has a meeting prepared to you guys for tomorrow. He's planning on meeting you because he'd set up a meeting in advance, knowing your 7 years is coming up, Hawkins, and wanted to basically talk to you guys about how your mission went against the dragons.
Oh right, yeah.
So you guys have a meeting set up where he was.
Oh
This
yeah,
is
that did happen.
Yeah, this is only a few days after that.
We
This
did,
actually
we did
only like,
literally kill 2
it's
dragons.
like 2 days ago. You guys finished them off. So
Did we
Alfonso.
tell Alfonso about our Galvera stuff. And
So
we all
tomorrow, tomorrow you guys will be going to see Alfonso. So that
Yeah, I
means you guys
guess,
have the night.
Where you been, Hawkins? Nowhere at all.
Was anyone doing anything overnight?
You suddenly feel your shadow return to you, Hawkins. You don't feel it. You notice your shadow
Yeah.
returns to you.
Oh, I feel my shadow.
Would it be an appropriate time for Morden to start heading towards Port Crevice? Or is he like permanently unable to go there?
No, you didn't go there. It's
Okay.
simply you see it like this. You run now what's a really prominent gang in Port Crevice, and they also have like a lot of territory. People are having gang wars all the time, like making moves, trying to take territory. Like,
Am I making money from that?
you'll be having passive income from all your businesses.
Oh,
all of you are going to have quite a bit of money. I just haven't set it up yet.
Money.
But yeah, basically just what that means, Morden, is in terms of like gang turf warfare and like trying to like surpass others / like take someone out of the game, you cannot make a first move. You cannot make a move on them at all.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's basically what it means. Basically, it's demilitarized between the two of you for the moment. Except it's only demilitarized for you because they can attack you if they wanted to.
Why did you agree to that?
Well, he got a lot out of it. I mean, he nearly doubled his own property.
We're already in good relations with them, so if they were going to betray us, might as well get as much as I can before they kill us.
That's a good point.
And it's not necessary they're going to betray you either. I mean, you guys are still technically, you are in good relations to the Blackstone Order. I mean, now it's a little different because you guys have this situation, but I mean, ultimately.
Well, I guess overnight, if no one else is gonna, are you done the move?
Yeah, I don't really have anything. I'd probably send, what is it, Bigfoot to go take care of business then. Explain like, yeah, we have a bunch of new territory now. I want it all. I want it big in gambling.
Okay. Yeah.
Start
I gambled
now.
everything we had and doubled. I put it all on red.
Yeah, he'll start working on that. This will be a long process, but he's a right-hand man. He'll do it. What are you up to, Hawkins?
I guess in the night when everyone's like probably getting sleep because they'll probably be leaving in the morning, he'll stop by at Neelam's room. Hey, look.
Come in.
Hey, it's
Hey,
your
Lord
buddy.
Hawkins.
Hey, just Hawkins. Please, just Hawkins.
Hey, Hawkins.
Hey, listen, we haven't really chatted. Just the two of us in a little bit, and I just wondering why haven't you, why aren't you mad about Silfering at the church?
What about it? Hawkins, I am mad. That's why I'm rebuilding it.
Yeah, but why aren't you mad at me? Why haven't you said anything? Why haven't you punched me? I lied to you. I betrayed you.
Because you didn't want to hurt people.
But I did anyway.
Yeah, but you
You rubbed your microphone.
Hawkins is
Mr.
like, hurt
Clacker.
me.
intentions matter, Hawkins.
Hurt me more, Snake.
I mean, you're right, but this is honestly, I feel like we should be swapping arguments right now. Does that make any sense? Can you hit me?
Hawkins, I'm not gonna hit you. Look, Hawkins. At the end of if you went there and your goal was to wipe out everyone in the church, destroy the church, and completely desecrate the place, then we probably wouldn't be standing here right now.
Then you could hit me.
I'd hit you a whole bunch, Hawkins.
Right, okay, thank you. That's good to know.
Freaking kills you.
Yeah.
And I don't know why you did it. I just know that you did it. But you also saved me from someone, at least from my understanding, on the other side of whatever this dumb holy war is.
Yeah, he's dumb.
References clone guy.
He was on the other side. He was just a bad guy against the church.
Yeah.
He was destroying Church of Rings, though, right?
Yeah, but that had nothing to do with the Holy. The Crusade happened many years after that. Crusade happened about 6 years after that.
Yeah, it was just under the context of them being against against the church or I think with the church, right?
Well, yeah, it was a Dark Crusader revive more or less. Not Crusader, just Paladin. He just hated the church, even though he used to be part of it.
Well,
if you can wipe him out, but then also wipe, I guess destroy the church, it doesn't really make sense, does it?
You're right. I'm sorry I lied to you. I shouldn't have done that. Even if I did do the thing to the church, I shouldn't have done that to you.
And hey, at least next time tell me, so that way I can figure more stuff out about these damn rings. I don't know why I don't know why, I wasn't just sent here with all the like, Hawkins, what if the rings are people?
I think they're an ancient, highly advanced technology race that went into space.
Okay, maybe. Like, for instance, Hawkins, why do I have these? I literally grabbed my fucking double halos.
They're made of metal. They're made of metal.
And hold them in front of Hawkins.
They're metal. Look, they're metal. That's alien space.
I fucking cling them together, like cling, cling, cling.
That's alien technology.
Why do I have these, Hawkins?
That's alien. That's alien.
What's funny? I let them go and they fucking zip back above my head. Hawkins, the funny thing is no one else knows either.
Nilam, you're an alien.
Okay, don't say that. I'm like scratching my head with my third arm.
I like to imagine because aliens aren't like a thing in this world probably that popularly. So like, whatever Hawkins is saying is like real like crazy right now.
Hawkins, sit down for a second.
Pop a squat.
Hawkins, pardon my language. Isn't it fucking crazy how people know more about devils and demons than they do about any of the actual religions people worship?
It's just like mouth drops. He swore. Yeah. It is crazy. It's weird.
And that's what I'm trying to figure out.
When I did that thing to the church, I thought you weren't up to it. I thought I looked down on you.
Trust me, I wouldn't have helped you.
I know. But I know you would have listened. I didn't think you would. But I know you will. And that's a lesson I've learned in the past couple of years.
Hawkins, I've realized something. I was kind of just... I don't even know when my birthday was. I think I'm 5 based on our...
What?
Based on our conversation we had prior. Or I think I'm 7 now? That was 2 years ago, right?
What?
Yeah, 7.
Oh my god, I'm 7.
Happy birthday!
I'm getting old, Hawkins. Anyway.
You're not getting old. Yeah.
Anyway, I don't know anything, but I'm given these. Holds my fucking steel circles above my head in front of me again.
Yeah.
How can that be, Hawkins?
I don't know.
It's funny.
We're pawns to people way more powerful and omnipotent.
Am I just a pawn?
Well, I'm a pawn, you know. I'm trying not to be, but I still am.
Well, I'm trying to get up there, and I'm gonna talk to whoever thinks I'm a pawn.
I'd like to see that. Good night, Nilam.
Good night, Hawkins.
We did one of those really awkward, like, friends that really usually don't hug, but we did a hug.
Can I detect thoughts on Hawkins to see if, like, this was, if he still has some thought that, like, he may need to do this again sometime? Like not to talk, but, like, not tell Neelam about shit. I wanna, like, judge his genuinity.
Sure. I will... Oh, you don't even have to roll for it, it's just a surface thoughts, right?
Yeah.
Hawkins, I think he's even thinking something like that will probably happen again, and if he can, he will tell Nilam.
Okay. Then
I think a lot of like today with the whole like talking about Rihdar and all these things is like a big part of that. Like Lies make things messy.
Then I probably wouldn't say anything else. I'd probably just leave it at that.
Then as he closes the door and he walks down the hallway, I knew you'd do that.
I know you.
You wouldn't be able to do that. You wouldn't be able to tell
I know,
him
yeah.
you're mad.
I don't think he even knows you can do that.
Yeah, I think the one knows
he
more
knows
than.
Morden.
Yeah, I don't think he said anything either. Well, I don't know if he has much of a chance to.
But even if you like detected my thoughts too, you can't.
You can't. No.
Yeah.
No.
Power game.
You literally can't.
Where's that, Hawkins? Where's where do you store Weston's badge at? You don't keep that on you, right?
We gave it to Professor Derek to deal with.
Okay.
I assume it's
does
probably
Professor
in the weird vault that he made with Felonial, or she made with Felonial.
Oh yeah, inside like the castle. Yeah.
Yeah.
Where all the stored items are.
Would I have been able? Would it have been smart to put it in the government vault?
No. You
Just
get,
wherever you want it to be.
You can put it wherever, but you and Fleona will have like an area in this castle with like stored items,
That's cool, I guess.
and that's where you guys have kept Weston's old badge.
I have a spell called Legend Lore.
That's epic.
Maybe we could try that sometime.
All right. What about the rest of you? Anything special tonight? Besides also getting your wounds treated as night falls. I mean, that's
Are the
obvious.
rings visible at night?
Yeah. So there's only ever one ring that's lit up at a time. I don't know exactly what year it is right now. I can't remember which, if it's odd or even years for which ring I made that. But one of the rings is currently lit up in the sky. There's no moon, so all the light comes from
aliens. You mean?
all the light comes from the ring that's lit up.
Aliens. I'm putting it
And
down
so
right
that
now.
also-
Aliens.
That also means like it's not like kind of a whitish like the moon. Like depending on which ring's lit up, it's a different hue. Like sometimes it might be like an orangish color, because it's not a moon. It's not white.
We're trying to communicate.
But
with you,
yes,
man.
one of the rings is definitely online right now. If you'll put it like
Online.
Online.
that.
Can I try and detect the thoughts of the ring?
Yeah, give me a religion check.
What if we made a satellite and we just like put it like a giant hat with a big cone on it that faces the ring?
I want to see if the rings have thoughts.
Detect thoughts on the fucking sun.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Burn.
Pretty good.
Burn.
All you hear, Neelam, when you focus trying to get to the rings, your head is flooded with all those prayers you hear from time to time, very faintly. And you hear someone say, "Please bring back my child." No, my child was drafted. No. And you hear your head is flooded with the sorrows of the people in the region around you. Endless sorrows of people affected by this war. Lives ended. Children dead. People praying. You hear prayers of people praying for the slaughter of their enemies as well. So you hear both sides of it. And very quickly you get overwhelmed and you have to stop focusing on that.
Maybe I'm the rings.
Maybe the
Oops,
rings
I
were
didn't
the
mean to
friends
look
we
that.
made along the way.
I just wanted to read it. Fuck, I don't know how to read it.
You
Whatever.
do hear one prayer that sits out to you because it's directed towards you, Neelam, as it says, "Chosen of the Rings of Tradoy, please show us the way. Make a choice. Please tell us what to do."
Holy shit! Oh my god, I could have a fucking holy army.
And you, the person who says that, you realize is
Cult.
the person. You see a youngish girl, who is one of the leaders. Not really a leader, but is in charge of a lot of, basically one of the people who are currently partaking in the holy war. And you recognize her as. What is her last name?
You have to kill yourself for me. You have to.
For me?
You recognize her as the very famous and very strong priestess named Melanie Mavros.
Oh.
It almost sounds like Ambrose.
That sounds like someone else we know.
Souls knows her personally,
Hawkins knows.
and all of you have seen her before. But Neelam,
Rose?
yes, you would know her as well. This is Neelam would have met this person. This is Stavros' sister,
Okay.
who you guys also had attended her coming of age ceremony a long time ago with Vanna. But you recognize it's one of the people they're asking for guidance. It's not asking like they're confused and they want to. They basically it's suggesting they won't wish to see what action you take because you've still yet to take any action in this dire time besides rebuilding a church. And
Yeah, I
everyone
think
looks up to you.
Yeah, I think Neelam's trying to figure out what the fuck.
Yeah,
like.
they're praying. They're praying for your involvement. They're praying for you to support them. Anyway, so that's what you realize as you're trying to connect to the runes. You get nothing from the runes besides the prayers. You just intercept prayers.
Maybe I should try and convert the group, like our group, into being religious in the way of if we could get gods to help us, maybe we could counter the devils.
There is no world where you make Hawkins join the Church of the Rings.
Probably not.
No, not the Church of the Rings. It's just like, what if we get Jesus and then fucking
Okay.
Actual
Lisan,
Christianity.
Al Gaib and like all of the gods together, and we take out the whole
I think we're
devil.
more likely to get like fucking Thor than Jesus, to be honest.
Form of Buddha.
Thor.
And Hawkins has met a walking god
Shiva,
before.
help me.
I mean, of all people here, Hawkins is the only one who has met a
Yeah, I met
god.
Revulsed.
Oh shit.
Unless
he has
I'm a
fucking
god.
All right, we are going to, unless anything
You go
else,
Yankees.
we are going to time skip to tomorrow
Ouch.
morning. You guys are needing to get ready to go have a meeting with Afonso and Ditzer.
Hey, we need this thing.
That being said, assuming you guys go through your daily preparations, you get on your teleportation circle and you straight into Silverin. Silverin, and very quickly you are met by Dontalia, who doesn't really need to lead you. You guys have come here to this meeting room hundreds of times. You and you guys and Afonso are really close. You guys, he invites you to his personal manor, which has been built upon where the old Senate used to be. So,
What do you mean?
so it's on the highest point of Silverin. So it's his manor also where it's just just some other stuff. But so you guys get teleported up there. You get this nice view, and you are brought into a room where you have a meeting with, where is this guy? Afonso and Ditzer. And where's Dontalia? Does she exist? Import her. And Dontalia. I should be right back though. I'm going to use the restroom and some water.
Okay.
Can I watch?
2 or 3 minute. What?
We want to watch you get water.
2-minute break. Jesus.
My mouth's open.
No.
Ah,
Hey, what are y'all? Where are you guys doing here?
your mom.
Here for the show.
What the flip, dude?
Got him, dude. Oh, that's my new character's voice. He's a surfer guy.
Smart of you to bring a raincoat with.
I'm
What's up, bros?
Dude, I hope that I actually learn about the religions and figure out if there's fucking.
No, your
God
character's
up
gonna
there.
die in the next session.
Yeah, I
and
hope
you
your
don't have to know
character's head
anything.
gets blown off.
Oh,
by
so
a
he's
He's gonna set
sniper
up his whole
rifle.
arc, and then it's gonna get finished while your character isn't here.
What's gonna happen is you guys are gonna Neelam's gonna accidentally break the pack somehow and instantly die.
Mm-hmm.
Somehow I'm gonna fucking snap my double halo in half. And I'm gonna be like a fucking.
They're not like
I'm gonna be a fucking enemy of the world.
They're not like us.
But instead of Afonso and Dexter, who's called a freaks. A freaks.
Shut up!
A freaks.
Dude, you're an idiot.
But if
Never
instead of
experienced
more than
that, do
2
you?
foot, it was more than freak foot.
Ew.
That was the last straw. I can't do it anymore.
Quitting the campaign. That's the last one.
Yeah, I'm done.
Instead of Hawkins black scale, it's Hawkins freak scale.
Freak scale
Oh.
Hawkins.
Oh, it burns.
This isn't funny.
My character's new name is Freaky Freak Boy.
I will not entertain it.
Weston McFreak Roy.
Okay, weird self-insert. Okay, you can't do it for yourself. It's kind of awkward.
Sorry, my bad.
All right, you
No, you're right,
guys. You enter a room, a very nicely furnished room. Has large windows. I don't have a map for it, unfortunately, because I'm not prepared. Because I'm stupid. I'm sorry.
No.
Self-love. I'm not stupid. I'm just a little bit.
Hey, that's my friend you're talking about.
You enter a large
That's the
room.
weirdest way to defend somebody.
You enter a room and instantly you see this large circular table that you guys have always sat at. Currently on the table is a huge map of Kradoy and the war fronts with little, you guys all know the thing where they have little symbols and stuff to represent units and generals and things. And it's a huge stratagem board currently on the table. Alfonso, Dantalia lets you in. Alfonso quickly stands up and strays over. He looks pretty good for his age. You gotta think nowadays Alfonso's like 77. He's really getting up there. As
5 times my age.
As he kind of not really wobbles, he kind of slowly makes his way over to you. And first person he embraces is actually you, Morden. Morden, long time, old friend. Pleasure.
Hawkins takes that personally.
As he kind of shakes the hand of Morden, then he follows up with Hawkins. Hawkins, you might take it personally, yeah. Comes with you, Hawkins. He puts his hand out. Hawkins, it's a pleasure to see you back. It turns out you've done well for your job.
As always, it's great to see you.
Neelam, he embraces you, Neelam.
Hi.
Bright as ever, I see. Brilliant as ever.
I'm old now.
Well, that makes 2 of us, Neelam. I wish I was as strong moving as you still are. Professor Dirt. Well, he reached out for like one of your hands. Like, which hand? I know you like to switch it up. This one this time? Okay. And
Doesn't do that with Neelam. It's honestly a little bit ableist. Considering I've lost fucking 2 of them, a little awkward.
he likes to make that joke, which I don't even know how you'd take it, but he makes that joke every time he sees you.
It's one of those guys that says the same joke.
Yeah,
every
and it's
time,
not being funny. Really weird, man.
It's like when someone asks, "Did you enjoy your meal?" No, I hated it, and shows them an empty plate.
You mm-hmm. And then he turns to you, Michael Gar. Michael Gar. It's a pleasure to see you. He gives you a firm handshake. Not much of a pleasure to see the blade you carry, though. I'm glad you've managed to tame
Better
it.
to put it to good use than what it was doing.
Yeah. I always liked seeing you, Michael Gar, but every time it makes my throat hurt again. I guess it hurts all the time.
Why does it make his throat hurt?
Because it stabbed him in the
perhaps,
throat.
Yeah, perhaps you don't. The reason
Like,
he
real
sounds like
hard.
this, the reason he sounds like this is because in that moment,
Oh,
when
fuck.
Ulthus ran out to ambush them, he was nearly killed as Ulthus pierced with that spear with a lance through his neck, and then where he got his nickname, the Self-Sacrifice, he held on to Ulthus and told all the men to charge spears through him and Ulthus, which ultimately, while no one decredits your victory, Michael Gar, you probably know better than anyone else that if Alfonso was highly responsible for the reason you had such an easy time killing Ulthus, his sacrifice. And all of you know, Alfonso has the authority to heal his throat, but he's always decided to live with this wound. And he no longer sounds like the voice of the Kradoy anymore. Obviously, he's decided to live
Can I do
with
an
this wound.
insight?
Yeah, what are you inciting?
On I know I shouldn't be taking this personally, but he shook my hand and says, "You're doing as your contract said," and then moved on.
No, he didn't. No, he didn't. He didn't say no. No. He said.
I'm paraphrasing.
No, he was remarking your job getting rid of the dragons. He's remarking what you've been striving for the last 7 years.
Okay, I thought it was like saying, "Good
No,
job
no.
doing the bare minimum of the contract I made you sign 7 years ago."
No. He's personally actually this entire meeting's for you, mostly. He was complimenting you on coming back alive from what you've been set out to do for the last 7 years.
That whole time I was like, "This motherfucker, what did I do?"
No. No, he welcomed you just as much as everyone else. And he's like, please, everyone, take your seat. And he like waves to a servant in the side, and very quickly, magically, they flip the table over to like where the stratagem table flips over to the other side, and it flips over to like a dinner side on one side.
Piñata. Oh.
I mean, of course, I knew you were coming to talk. Yeah, Morden, you're the first one he said hello to. He came up and shook your head and said, "Morden, it's so great to see you."
I missed it then.
Yeah.
Oh.
Go ahead. If you'd like to say something back.
Oh, I left the present with Dontalia. Hopefully it'll do you better, and I appreciate that. The equivalent of Christmas.
Thank you, Morden. You know
The gift you
we
gave
don't have to do gifts. You and I've always felt you're the one I can relate to the most, Morden. He puts his hand up, not to call you old like me, but everyone else here is young and
We're only
bright-eyed.
getting younger every year.
God, these two old men jerking each other off. It's crazy.
Alright, let's end the fucking lemon pie.
But yeah, Hawkins.
That's fucking disgusting.
Jesus. Hawkins, you famously know that the reason Alfonso likes Morden as much is because he gets along with Morden the best. They they relate a little bit more than everyone else does, or at least Alfonso feels that way about him. Yeah, you guys all take your seat. And he's like, "What, please? Drinks? What do you guys like?" He like calls over some servants. You know, to make yourself feel welcome. We've done this plenty of times. No need for me to be all professional. You know, you can order whatever you like, sit wherever you like. Just don't go around. Just don't go around sitting on things you shouldn't sit on. Don't sit on the table. Okay.
Of course. We've learned our lesson from last time.
Flashback to
so
when we were all
other-
just sitting on the table together, having a good old time playing patty cake.
Yeah. We all pop a squat on the table.
Yeah, we learned that's
how
his
many
one pet peeve.
attendants are there?
It's just you guys. This is for you. It's technically a meeting, but you know it's really for a celebration for your victory against the dragons.
Yeah.
It's only you. There's some servants. Dontalia is here, but she's not sitting down. She's doing the role of advisor still, as she always is. Secretary.
Yeah, whenever there are servants around, Hawkins sticks to the whole, "Of course, my emperor."
Oh yeah, the this has been happening so long that usually the servants come in and they take your food and they don't stay in the room. There's like a bell that they've instated for these reasons. So you guys are free to be casual.
Well, I guess Hawkins will just get a lime water.
Sure, yeah. You did that. Anyone else? If anyone knows what they would like. All right.
I want a fucking steak.
You guys get your various drinks sent out, and the mill you order whatever you want. But currently, one thing they do pull out, they pull out what looks to be like a giant octopus tentacle, and it's just like put on the table as like kind of like with a pick and an apple. It's like kind of like the main course. Got this bad boy. It's you might find it questionable to eat it, but it's from one of the beasts that's invaded the eastern part of this continent.
Tastes good.
As for supposedly cursed monsters, it's quite delicate.
I guess there's a silver lining. Plenty of meat.
Yes, all monsters are good when they're dead.
True.
Unless
How are you feeling?
well, you see his face whenever you say that. Give me an insight check.
Yeah.
well, old age is hard to beat, but I'm doing all right. I'm still alive. I'm not bedridden.
Yes, the greatest enemy of us all.
As I said, age is a monster to fight. He didn't seem much worse than last time we saw him.
Okay.
He's old, but he's not. I mean, he's still from time to time.
He's a tough guy.
He fucking drops dead in front of
he
you.
kind of retired from most like war fronts about 2 years ago. A little bit less. Well, he basically retired once he became emperor. He did some more wars, but he kind of retired like a year, 2 years ago. So he didn't see much direct combat anymore. And he has a bunch of scars from all the time, but he looks okay. Not as spry as he used to be, especially from the first times you saw him. He's not the same guy from back whenever you first met him at the Colosseum. Well, tell me about it. All of you were there, were you not? How'd it go? Fighting what was it? I guess they were adults, but
They were adults, yeah. They just turned into adults 7 years ago. So they're
Pretty young
they're
for a
in
dragon.
there now. Yeah, you're not wrong.
Well, do you bring their heads back as trophy? Do you need us to stuff them?
What was it? Professor Turr, you dealt with the bodies. Did you you sent it for research or something, right?
Professor
I don't remember
Dirk,
what I did.
you
I
sold them
took
to
apart
you sold them to a guy named Bison.
Wait a second.
Huh, we did, huh?
You did.
Yeah, really, we did, huh?
Holy shit.
That feels like something I would have remembered.
Yeah, now it's called out. You probably remember that. It probably like once you say the name, because you probably would remembered it in general as your character. I bet all of you kind of have a face of like, huh?
Did we see him when we did that?
No, you didn't see the guy. It was all done like,
Okay.
oh, this is where you drop it off and blah blah blah.
That's so funny.
Huh. Yeah, we did, didn't we?
Yeah, y'all did that.
Well, that's unfortunate that you don't have them, but that's all right.
I thought I took like a bit. with
Yeah,
it.
you have a bit, but he's talking about like stuffing their heads or like their entire bodies.
As fun as that would have been, I'm sure there's much more we can learn for the research to do with that. You know, fucking Michael here, he was on its back.
Ugh. I mean, that thing probably would be better not to stuff it if Michael had its way with
Right,
that blade. That's not how
Maybe the
nasty it looked at the
cheese.
end. The cheese and whatever else that cursed blade does turns it into beetle blood and. Ugh.
Oh, I'm just
Rather
poking
ugly.
out of it. Shit. It was bad, but yeah, we were able to get them back.
Mm.
And then
Your
obviously-
your friends,
yeah,
Edgemore, Revan, Leah, was it? I heard Power. I don't know which go by.
that
to
one
tell
now,
me.
I guess. But,
Alive?
honestly, I don't know if they would have rather been dead. They were mutilated, and I think they had been like that the whole time. They couldn't speak. Their tongues were binded, cut off. They couldn't think proper. They couldn't. Arms and legs were gone. They weren't living. They were just there. And it was disgusting. It was terrible. I'm happy they're dead, but
They're all dead.
oh, well, the dragons are dead.
Oh, I see. Do you need me to do anything for them? Anything I can help with?
Leah, or I guess they go by Power now, or maybe even they, I guess now. I think there's more than just them in there. I think there's a little bit.
He's kind of like his brain's twirling. Like, You tell me over this time there are other personalities that come out. Hmm. Well, if you don't have a solution for that, I suppose our doctors can try and do something. Or, worst case scenario, well, did they not, well, maybe we can get rid of their memories or something.
I was, we'd had that. I've been thinking about it. Try and just blank it for the last 7 years. I gave him the option, but I haven't brought it up to power yet. Only because I don't even know if they can think or even like consent. I don't know who I'm talking to.
I see.
It's hard.
With the good news, there's always bad news, I suppose. Somewhere in there. Well, perhaps we shouldn't dwell too much on this and sour the mood too early on.
Other than that, huge success. Managed to minimal, losses. We were able to. We had it planned proper. The thing with dragons is, when they got a plan, they stick to the plan. So if you can get an idea of what their plan might be, then you can expect it to come. So they thought they could pop back up, but once they're dead, we can finish that off. Once we'd remove their I guess the safety date.
Thing about dragons, they always stick to a plan. I like that one. Though, of course, that has a bad connotation, I suppose. Well, I'm glad that all of you have come back pretty unscathed from that ordeal, though I do see some wounds you seem to have incurred from there. As he clearly references most of the wounds you actually got from last night's battle.
Yeah.
On a good news, let's switch it up. Michael Gar, I've been thinking. We have Professor Dirt's in charge of all the research. Hawkins is in charge of most of the army, Michael. Neelam has the faith of the people. Morden has his own thing. Michael Gar, I was thinking, what if you decide to do something with all the admiration you get from all those other knights? I know ever since you defeated Ulthus, I know you've been in request for apprenticeship or mentorship from all sorts of knights. I mean, you basically pulled off one of the greatest feats. Have you thought about doing something with that yet? Or I know
a few with promise that I could take, consider taking under my wing.
Well, I'm thinking now, perhaps Mark be crazy, but with the way Kadoy currently is, well, compared to the old days, there's a lot of positions open. We've lost a lot of orders of knights. Perhaps a new Night Lord is in order.
Damn. I don't say that in character.
If
Damn.
I'm thinking you have a lot of people. You've yet to join an order of knights or make one yourself. Perhaps it's time you make an order of knights. I'd happily back you, give you title of Night Lord, induct whatever order of knights you decide to make into the core of Kadoy's might. I feel it's only right, Professor Dirt.
Michael Gar just starts smiling a little bit to himself. He's like thinking about it.
I don't know exactly what your reasons have been so far for more or less not doing this with how much attention you got, but I've helped Professor Dirt get that position. I've helped Morden a little bit with his stuff, though mostly he did that his own.
The simple life of just being a warrior. It's very yeah, I enjoy it. So mostly out of my own greed have I not taken any action just yet.
I see. I suspected that might be the case from the times we served together. Well, by no means am I going to try and force you into this. However, no trickery here or no bushes to walk through. I'm offering you to become a Night Lord of the Empire if you so wish. And, quite frankly, you have the freedom to make whatever order of knights you'd like. You gotta think the only ones left are Galvera and Mikhail Edwards.
I think it's about time.
You're a champion, Michael.
More than that, a hero. Truly.
Exactly.
Would make it quite.
Knight among knights.
Probably wouldn't be a challenge with the sway. Probably wouldn't be too bad.
Personally, I don't know if I've met someone more deserving of the title of Lord of Knights than you. Hell, you defeated Ulthus yourself. Quite frankly, he was a Night Lord. Well, something to think about, Michael Gar.
I'll take it. I'll take you up on the offer.
Alright, then.
Thinking about the technicalities.
Then we shall start getting prepared for a position of that. Now it's just up to you to figure out what you wish to call your knights. Preferably not something one of the old groups has been called, or current ones, of course.
Is there any to do with the sun?
If you wish it to be related to Stella, that is perfectly fine. No. Currently the only ones we have are the Red Petal Knights and the Squall Knights, who are both under Galvera. We have the Lonely Knights under Mikhail Edwards, and the Hermy Knights are under the Senate currently. Well, no more Senate. Sorry, old habits. Are just for the government as of now.
I think the Knights of Stella, I think that works.
Sure. That is...
No need to overcomplicate things.
Very much like you. Well, the last thing I suppose I shall leave it to you. We can instate them. All we need is whatever you wish your order vows to be, more or less. Whatever your order is about. Basically, whatever it is your knights follow, the creed. You don't have to come up with that right now. We're having dinner. We don't, unless you know it off the top of your head. But I'm sure it'll be
quoting the fucking oath of the sun.
Yeah, he's like, I'm sure it'll be something related to your own oath.
He can't stop you.
Thou shalt not dishonor the sun on one's face.
Oh, he's on the table. He's on the table.
Michael.
Standing on the table. You'll never disrespect.
So
He starts screaming over the table.
Michael, I'm glad to see your.
I've never seen him like this.
I am enthralled by how excited you are. I was worried you were going to actually not be interested. That'll be something. We should talk about that in a little bit. I suppose I should give the table over to all of you. Small talk, anything of the sort.
Ramble.
How much does Alfonso know about the Vegetans?
Assuming you would have told him, probably.
Aldania. Yeah.
Assuming you ended up. Yeah, they passed you somewhere.
I don't think that would have been a secret. I think
Yeah. Well, you couldn't really hide it, I don't guess, but
yeah.
he probably. I'm going to assume he knows. He knows all about the Chronos stuff from when you told him on the Cloud Duke.
Yeah.
I can't remember exactly. I think maybe the only thing you didn't tell him was necromancy. Which you might have even told him that.
I said it.
I don't think so.
But I think he probably has an idea.
Mm-hmm. So I
Like,
quite
he
frankly,
probably has suspicions, but I don't think I said it out loud. It's like an open secret. Don't ask them to tell.
quite frankly, I think Afonso knows just about everything about your past.
Yeah.
And everything that you guys have done the last 7 years. Probably pretty, like, openly so that you guys talk about it. Not in the sense of,
Yeah.
like, he just knows. It's more in the sense that you guys just... This is, like, a safe spot, quite frankly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Vegetarians are doing well. I've been talking to Adanya, and we've been setting up some routines for them.
I heard Grove got rebuilt, or is blooming quite well
Yeah.
over there near... Well, I don't think they live with the Frogolians, do they? They live somewhere.
They're happy
Around.
neighbours. You'd be surprised once you give the Frogolians a chance. They are quite accommodating.
Well, I do remember the one time we invited Crockrell here. Funny fellow.
He's funny.
Honestly, pretty bright. Surprised me.
I've yet to find a Frogolian of his caliber, but I'm sure one day they'll all be like that.
Lollyhops is still alive. I've still yet to tell Crockrell or send him back. Fear of what? Well,
That man is
for
yeah.
how, we know how Crockrell is. I'm not fully convinced he wouldn't give the crown back over to him. I have
He's
done
like-
him
he's
the
a knight.
justice of not killing his old lord at least. And quite frankly, I don't know what else to do with him besides keep him imprisoned.
I wouldn't know what to do with him either. That guy's he's a fool.
Made you appreciate Crockrell more. And his
Yeah.
intellect, I suppose, or wisdom, whichever you wish to call it.
Good leader, good man.
You know something? He says this. He says Tiny Plant's been doing well, and all of you know Tiny Plant has become a ward of Afonso.
Yeah, I do
while
think in the first opportunity, Hawkins would send him to Silfran, because I know
Yeah.
Tantan would love the libraries.
Yeah, Afonso many years ago. Tiny Plant might have even done a little bit on her own. Afonso and Tiny Plant have basically a wardship, and she stays in Silfran a lot and just learns directly from him. He says, unfortunately, she's I don't even know what she's out and about doing, so she didn't attend here. Although I did offer, she said she had things to be doing.
Yeah,
And she also said she saw you the other night or something. Was joined.
Yeah. She's it's always good to see her, but you know how she is. She's once she's in a book, you can't get her out unless you pry it off her.
She's been picking up statescraft recently. Well, she has been for a long time, but I think he like something clicks in his head. That's what it was. She was going to visit, you know the girl, the mistress Ambria, the young daughter who's grown up now. Vanna, I believe, used to have a relationship with her of some sort.
I'm trying to remember.
The person Weston was.
Oh right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
They
two of
did
them
get
are
along.
pretty close in age. Well, you know, Tiny Plant ages, but virtually they're around.
Oh my god, she
Same
is
age.
old now.
Tiny
Mhm.
Plants is older than Nilum.
Tiny Plant and Vanna, they're all these people who have been kids are now kind of not fully grown up, but they're about the age of Hawkins whenever he was playing.
Yeah.
Hawkins is old age.
Yo, if I die, can I play Vanna? That'd be so cool.
Maybe.
If I-
Oh, that'd be
Yeah,
sick.
when I
So-
die.
Oh, fuck.
But she's been doing great. Everything else is pretty in order. The Western Front's as always. Eastern Front, as always. The Narnian monarchy. I believe we have to start worrying about maybe, but
They're yeah.
I
How's the Western? There's no where who runs the West? Like, who
well,
keeps it safe?
mostly Ambrose and Charming as the territory of Ambrose, his tower, his region. He can strike from anywhere. He shoots energy from his tower. As soon as someone enters, he knows there's an enemy in his territory. He starts blasting them. If you try and send an army to his territory, he'll have at least 50% dead by the time you get there.
Hmm.
Or at least to his main castle. and there's no way to really avoid that. We've tried ambushing by sea, but the Eternal Tetraden is just awful. We did learn. I finally managed to get some spies in there who didn't get corrupted by their religion, by their eternal flame, and betray us. And it turns out 5 years ago, or I guess even more now, I guess it was 5, maybe more, whenever Ambrose was baptized, the old lord who we thought had been ruling the Tetraden actually passed away and was replaced all those years ago. And we are only learning now. So I guess now it's Ambrose and, what's his name? Sarul Thometer? He's in charge of. That's the name of a high elf in charge of the Eternal Tetraden.
Right.
Don't know where he came from. I guess from there. Don't know.
I've also had a thought. We don't have, our navy is diminished nearly entirely. And when we first started working together, you said that you would help my people. I know that's better done in times of peace, but maybe there's no greater sailor than a lizardman. Maybe we send someone to the reptilian Cateau and try and maybe they might be able to help. Maybe pulling them into war might help them raise themselves. I don't know. That's just a thought. That's what I've been thinking in my head.
We can try, Hawkins, but I'm sure you're as aware as any lizardman would be. The Fawnde Treaty is still in place. The treaty that brought, whenever your people were being genocided by virtuous Emperor Rihdar, the reason the beast folk went to save them, or the only ones to save them, was because of the treaty that was signed hundreds of years ago to protect each other. That treaty was not broken, and though the lizard folk do not help the beast folk in this current time in our war, though they have yet to found their footing in the war front, I fear, at the very least, that sense of honor might make it hard to convince them to go to war with the very people who saved them.
Or maybe with the beasts of the salt flat, it'll be a much easier way of. I think it'll be easier to persuade them to fight creatures than a race of people that saved them once.
Perhaps you're right. This is something to think about, and I might put you in charge of.
I would love to see that land again.
I did make you a promise, Hawkins, and I don't plan to forget it.
I know. I know you wouldn't.
I do think.
That's just an idea.
I do think very soon you might have all the authority you need to do something like that. I hate to bring up serious topics, however, well, I hate to turn this pleasant meeting that we're having into a meeting of business. However, I have some things I need to talk to you all about.
Of course. Sorry, be one more second. I'll be right back.
All right. Please, the rest of you, finish up. Professor Dirt.
Where did you go?
Professor Dirt, do you enjoy your food? I know your taste is sometimes different to ours.
Dirt.
This stuff's great.
I'm glad you enjoy, Neelam. Did Professor Dirt just say dirt in my head? Is that all?
Dirt.
She just like nod.
I'm glad you.
She's like a little nervous right now because she knows she's gonna have to ask him to do something really fucking stupid.
That's funny. Professor Dirt might be the most nervous one too, because you are the one with the.
I'm probably gonna be the one who's gonna have to ask it. Even though
You were told you were told the door. He basically would name the vault. He said like Vault 732, which is a far down vault that you know you don't have access to. Oh, Janward.
Hello.
I like to imagine you're just eavesdropping.
I mean,
Only 16 feet on Maplewood.
What?
I don't
Michael
know.
Michael Gar moving up in the world nowadays.
Yeah. I mean,
you're a night lord. Man.
I don't even like know exactly what it entails to be a Night Lord, to be honest.
You get to
You have
kill
the-
anyone you fucking want.
You'll have
Or
a personal
free.
order of
Deal.
knights.
That's what I was thinking of. So I'm pretty much just like I have a fucking clan
You own a
or some
city.
shit.
You're like a mercenary.
I
But
own
the
a
You
city.
gotta put it like this. Yeah, like
You
well, the
can
Avon
kill
order
whoever the
was
fuck you want for
an
free.
order of knights. So basically, you're going to make an order of knights and have kind of like how Neelam has the Nimbus Knights, or Knights of Nimbus. You don't have a personal like elite order of knights, and you basically work for the government. So you're a little bit different than Hawkins, who's just in charge of like the general army. You're more
Does this
specialized
mean
force.
I'm a Night Lord?
You don't have the official title, no. You do have those knights have
Come back,
vowed
come
their
back.
service to you, but you don't have an official title.
Got
of them.
that.
What I'm back.
Food in the oven.
Alfonso looks at you and says, I'm afraid to turn this to business, but I think I must. I shall wait till you're all settled in, though, and finish eating.
Well, I've already started making requests.
All right. I guess I'll rip the Band-Aid off. I know what happened last night. I understand you have partaken with Ambrose, and to some extent slain Galver, but then been forced into a contract that is not
Oh.
befitting of you.
Can I ask if he's
No.
making it? Can I insight to see if he's making an educated guess or if this is facts he knows?
Do an insight.
Could I detect his thoughts and do the same thing?
You made it with advantage, Neil.
Do I need to roll?
Yeah, made it with advantage, Neil.
Oh Jesus!
Hawkins doesn't know.
Hawkins starts melting in the chair.
Hawkins is so
Hawkins
nervous.
like shocked. He's like, what?
Hawkins is trying not to throw up right now.
Neelam,
Bruh.
you think you sense that he knows, and you know because you read the service thoughts, which are the service thoughts of Afonso references the fact that Afonso's entire force, unlike the Night Lords, his entire force is comprised of spies and assassins. That's why that's basically where his power comes from.
Mhm.
And you recognize that it relates to the spies he had up in Galvera's shadows before they were destroyed in the fight.
Galfera had shadows.
Mhm.
Okay.
Even Hawkins, while this shunts you probably understand that, like, you know Afonso's shtick is assassins and like spies and stuff. So he probably has people everywhere. But Neelam, you know for a fact that the surface thought is the shadows. He got a message from the shadows in Galvera's that were placed upon Galvera before they were killed in the fight.
Hawkins spits out his lime water. Sorry.
You
Okay.
also he do realize he is making you don't, with that knowledge, Neelam, you don't quite know how you can verify the contract thing. You don't quite understand how that's verified.
Could I use it? Could I use the thing to like delve deeper into
Yeah,
his thoughts?
You can attempt.
Well, I mean, if
I don't
Actually,
know to roll.
would you have done this before, Neelam, upon Afonso, you think?
Probably. I mean, to be fair, I probably would have before. I wouldn't have told him. Like, if he caught me, it's like I feel like he's one of those people
Well,
that like he probably
if you've done it
wouldn't care
before,
in a situation like this.
Yeah, if you've done it before, I'll answer you this. Afonso is one of two people you've attempted to delve deeper on without any ability to do so.
One of
Ye-
two people.
Felonio, you can't read at all. Felonio,
Oh,
like you,
Felonio.
Felonio,
Okay,
you literally
okay,
cannot
gotcha.
read even the surface thoughts.
Okay.
But you suspect Afonso has some form of item or something that prevents you from, because you've tried
Gotcha.
before. You did surface thoughts, but you suspect he has something that prevents people from reading his mind like that.
Gotcha.
Chris,
Can I
So,
read? Can I read Dantalia's thoughts? Like her surface thoughts?
She's the same. Oh, you can read her surface thoughts, but she's the same if you ever tried to delve into her. Her surface thoughts are, literally, some of them are taking it better than I thought.
Well, since you were watched or had somebody watch, I hope you can have somewhat of an understanding of my reasoning.
Yes, I understand. Secondly, I've brought the item here for you. If you will.
Holy shit.
You see he snaps his finger. If you will. Hugh Jan.
From the ceiling, a man drops down onto the table. Standing
Well, I've told
perfectly
you I don't
upright.
like you on the table.
I fall out of
No.
my fucking chair.
That's
I
the
must
one rule,
apologize.
mate.
And he
Jan
takes a
is
step
the
off
item.
table. And he's
I
standing
almost
in
crushed it
a
along the way.
kind of like not really robes. They kind of look like robes, like the arms are kind of long, but everything else kind of fits to his form. And it's just the normal human guy, totally normal, nothing weird about him.
And then you
At all.
see, Professor Dirt, you see on his head is this circlet made of this brown twisting flesh. And it has like fingers coming up for like the top of a crown that are basically like caved into his head almost. And then upon this flesh-like item, you see eyes are forming, looking around. There's these 3 very toothy mouths. 2 of them are full of gems, and the middle one like looks at you and is very clearly trying to talk, but for whatever reason it's silenced. As you see the mouth moving, but makes no noise. As Professor Dirt, you recognize the item right away that this person's wearing. As the item you need.
Okay.
So
Please,
are we
please,
supposed to retrieve it from his head?
No, please introduce yourself.
With that, he bows deeply and then stands back up straight. My name is Fawnde Chazebi. At your service, for now.
And
For now.
please take a seat. Yes, Fawnde here is the keeper of the item Galvez looked for. As I understand, you were meant to bring it to him with as much quickness and ease of access as possible.
Yeah.
That being said, it'd probably be easiest, I'm sure, to attack and take it from him. That being said, we have set up a method that if, for any reason, Fawnde is attacked, or the item trying to be taken from him without him giving it up, it will be teleported directly back to me.
Fawnde, would you please give up the circlet?
That's probably not the best idea currently.
That is correct. He will be, when certain things are met. There are a few things I have to ask.
Hawkins finally understands what's happening.
There are
Oh.
there are
Loopholes.
there are a few things I need ask of you before I can hand this over to you safely for you to take it to Galvera.
Of course.
From each of you, I need to ask something. Then these should be followed within the next 2 months. I can explain more if you're curious as to why I asked for this. Morden, for you, I need you to do research, get rumors, investigate into the wind swirls, and try to figure out what's going on there. Strange things have been happening. So I trust your information. You can gather more about what is partaking or what is happening to the region, the wind swirls, that Ermina used to rule.
Can you spell that? I'm taking notes.
Now, which one? The wind swirls?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's the region
Wind
of...
and then swirls.
It's the region of Ermina above Galvera's territory. Can you do that, Morden?
Oh.
All right. Professor Dirt, with
Aye.
your team of researchers and ability to find items, about 5 years ago, an item went missing from the Rihdar Museum in Denver. I'm sure you know it when I say it. It is named the staff of the false historian. I need you to locate that where it has went, and tell us the region it now lies in.
Okay.
Michael
Fuck,
Gar?
this is hard to keep track of.
Michael Gar, I need you to find men you can trust. We need about 30 men who will be capable of going on a very dangerous escort mission, acting as a convoy. I trust you'll be able to find and pick people who are well suited to carry out a convoy mission. You can handle that, yes? Did you have too much wine, Michael? Are you alright?
Yeah. Sorry, did you not hear me? Yeah.
Oh, I heard you grumbling. I apologize,
Yeah,
Michael.
you said,
I think he was hungry.
He's
He was just fucking sitting there looking at his empty plate. Oh.
I just pushed my plate over in front. Here you go.
Neelam. Neelam, I need you to go around. The people look up to you. I need you to understand how the people feel about the current actions of the Empire of Kadoy, and even more so, the opinions on what should be done with the issue of the churches currently within our nation and what they're doing. I need you to understand how the people feel about this and come back with a summary. You can do that.
Aye. The salute's really cool with all 4 arms out at the same time.
Hawkins, I need you to prepare the armies and put people in charge so in 2 months' time you'll be able to take an extended leave without issues forming from your loss, or the loss of you in your position. You'll need to be able to cover for at least a week's time.
Yeah. I think Hawkins is looking at the ground. He's kind of ashamed a little bit. like a dog that got caught.
Oh, I see. Finally, something, Hawkins, you're also in charge of this, but this involves all of you, including Fawnde. There in the Western Front, there is a demon that's been running loose, that has been causing issues for the men. I suspect it won't be an issue for the 5 six of you to handle. But you will be put in charge of, within the next 2 months sometime, handling that demon and slaying it. That is about it on that. Again, Hawkins?
Does he have a name?
It does not have an official name. The men call it, literally call it, the Demon of Death, the Death War.
Does he have a scythe?
No.
Okay.
It only has rumors from the men because it, quite frankly, slays entire units. Let me put it like this. I do not think you all may be at too much of a risk. But for the normal man, it is truly a monster and has truly hindered the Western Front. And I believe if we can get rid of it, with what has now happened to Ambrose and his advisor, it will start clearing the way for us to finally be able to make a push towards his tower, as it should be deactivated, with him gone. I expect all of you to be able to fulfill these requests within the next 2 months, and by the time we have our next meeting, have a proper report on each of the requests I made written out. Fawnde here shall be accompanying you for the next 2 months, so we can get to know each other. And so he can help you with the demon, and ultimately hand over the circlet, the flesh hand, to Galvera. Now that's business. I would like to say firstly, I do not know exactly what foresight you had to try and kill Galvera. And though it failed, he just claps. Bravo. I'm glad to see you're thinking ahead.
Would you like to know my reasoning?
It doesn't matter. Whatever your reason is, Galvera needs to be removed from power eventually. I would have liked if you would have informed me more than worked with Ambrose, but
He walked in my
a
lab.
good... Yes, and it ended up great.
I thought I could kill them both, but I guess only one of them got done.
Well, you are known to be a little greedy. In the end, we got rid of one of the biggest threats on the Western Front, and Galvera was forced to play one of his cards. So congratulations, and I praise you for your foresight in needing to get rid of people like that. But next time, you should rely on the people you trust more than people who walk into your home.
Yeah.
Who are known to be evil, mind you.
Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Sorry. I think I grab everyone a little bit and say, we're sorry.
Well, no need for apologies right now, because it turned out alright. If it would have turned out bad, I would have haunted you in the depths of the spires when Galvera came to assassinate me.
Right, yeah. Mhm.
Alright. That's it for business, I believe. At the end of these 2 months, we'll have another meeting on your birthday, Hawkins. He smiles towards you. As now you realize, oh, he's planned this. The 2 months is because it ends on your birthday. He's going to host another birthday for you guys at the end of this.
Fucking
Woo,
I
birthday
hate
party.
Hawkins says he hates the birthday parties, but he does love it.
So
Like, oh,
Hawkins'
come on,
birthday
we should be
is
working right now.
Hawkins' birthday is in about
Reese-
2 months.
Could you
And-
re-say what the plan was for Morden and Professor Dirt? That way I can get it like.
Yeah,
more
Morden
detail.
needs to do a research on the wind swirls to find the rumors and try to understand what's actually going on in the wind swirls. Something weird is going on. So he needs to use his underground stuff to figure that out. Professor Dirt is in charge of using their research facilities, manpower, and their ability to find artifacts to locate the staff of the false historian, which vanished from the Rihdar Museum about 5 years ago.
And the false historian.
Yeah, that's the staff you guys. That's the staff the Dreamwalker was trying to get.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's their missions. And you finish off, Fawnde, you're meant to just readjust to life. I understand you've been locked in the vault for a long time. He would say perhaps even before I was in power, even as a senator.
I don't truly remember how long it's been, but it has been quite a while.
A lot's happened. I know I debriefed you somewhat, but it'd be good for you to see it yourself. So that is your mission, to readjust.
Joy.
And to, of course, continue your mission in protecting, well, what we've talked about.
He glances up at the disgusting crown of sick fucking demons on his head.
All right.
Well, we could get you a room in the castle.
Can it have a window?
Of course.
Thank goodness.
There is a beautiful view of the lake. And a crater. Which one do you want?
A crater?
Yeah.
He turns and kind of glances around. A lot has changed, huh?
Yes. All right. For the 5 of you, I will be preparing gifts for the success of these things I've asked for. I truly hope you all succeed.
We won't let you down.
His eyes get very kind of not really emotional, but like sentimental almost. So I think, yeah. All right, well, that's business aside, unless anyone else has more business.
No, I think thank you for approaching the difficult topic, because one of us was going to have to. And it was going to be difficult.
Quite frankly, giving this to Galvera is not a good idea. I suspect he's asking for this because he has something planned, and it's going to make him much harder to get rid of in the future.
I have a
However,
question.
I can't have you all following his orders indefinitely. Yes, Neela.
Would you mind if we go get some supplies while we're in Silverin?
Neelam, you do not have to ask for my permission for that. You're a hero of this nation. You're free to do as you wish.
You singularly are probably one of the most beloved people in this country.
Oh.
Yes, arguably
Even I've
you.
heard of you.
Oh right, I forgot.
Arguably, you fight me for the people's attention more than anyone else. If we did a
You were
vote,
Jesus, by the way,
if we did a
remember
vote
that.
for who's most, if we did a vote for the people's champion, I might lose out to you, Neelam.
Yeah, Emperor who?
Does Fawnde say that?
He says in character.
Emperor Neelam. Holy shit. Kind of goes hard.
Don't give him ideas.
Aye, Captain. He like salutes the Fawnde again. Wait. Aye, Emperor.
You see Alfonso rolls his eyes.
Fondar sighs very heavily.
Fondar's, I remember before it was even a Senate. Actually, yeah, Fondar would have went into the whole when Emperor Rihdar was still around, I think.
Yeah. He'd been down there a while.
Yeah, Trudor is not a free state at the time he went down there.
He came back up. He's like, Emperor, what? Emperor.
Alfonso, just a small talk unless you have anything else to say, and we'll send you on back to Castle Oddity after.
We just enjoy our meal.
I'd like to go into whatever vaults we're allowed into and gather some supplies.
Well, the vaults don't really have like general supplies for the most part. I mean, you can do stuff like that.
Yeah, like I'd like to use this time to like.
But like the general
find
vaults,
some
you can't go in. Sealed artifacts, you have to like sign out and stuff. Which I guess you could do, but I mean, it's not like I have a list of like what sealed
More like
artifacts the
basic
entire nation
magic
has.
items that I'm looking for. Like
I wouldn't give you anything cool or important.
Like I'm not going into like fucking floor 700, the secret. Like it's more so like, do you remember the floors that we got led into as the other character? It'd be stuff like that.
What are you looking for?
Specifically like items that make me go faster, like the boots of haste.
Yeah, I mean, you can find that pretty easily.
Holy shit.
I mean, you don't even have to use the vault for that. I mean, you can just get like tailor-made. I'm sure even by this point you might have that.
Okay.
Yeah, Fondar needs stuff.
Like there's some items
I'll be making
definitely
some
wanting
items
to
for
look
Fondar as well. But
we can just get like, what is it? Items like that?
Some,
man.
Yeah, that's why I'm like looking for shit. We're big deals, guys. We can get whatever the fuck we want.
You guys aren't regular adventurers.
I would look for. I'd try and get two, but if I can only get one, I'd give it to Morden. But one of those life infusion stones would be pretty epic.
Life infusion what?
Oh, those
Remember
ones. Those ones are too unique. You'd have to ask Felonio to make you one of those.
Oh, Felonio has to make them. Okay, I guess so.
That's so much.
Fawnde, over like between now and next session, like between like over the next week, I'm just gonna make a list of items that I want, and you can tell me if I can get them or not.
You also got a thing, Swills. Every time you guys won a victory, one of the rewards you guys got was one request from Alfonso at all. So you guys probably could have requested this stuff over time. So you guys have like a lot of favors and like requests built up.
I'd like to request 2 bags of holding, please.
Can I get a ring of 3 wishes?
I'm gonna make a nuke.
Okay. If you guys are looking for general items, you can send me a list, and I'll probably give you a few of them. You guys can't do like super rare stuff, but like kind of like common, uncommon, and maybe even some like rare items, or like uncommon. You could probably get pretty easily. Otherwise, I mean, I have nothing else. You guys are free to talk. Whatever you guys do this, and eventually get sent back to Castle Oddity. And it's not like you can't. It's not like you can't travel between freely. But
I think maybe we'll before we go, we'll hit the town of Silverin and just get Fondar suited up. We'll like have a shopping episode where we, like I said,
shopping episode.
No, not an episode.
Like a montage.
Montage, that's the word.
Yeah, like I don't think we really need to do this in a session. We just kind of take our like downtime, like between sessions, to figure out what we want.
We're getting outfits for you. Like we'll shake our head like that armor looks ugly. Then really weird one comes out. No. Then a really cool one comes out. We'll all nod in unison.
Yeah. Over the week, you guys should also mention to me about any of the stuff you're doing, like mission wise, because all this is gonna be done during downtime. As far as I see, NetSuite's going to like jump to whenever you guys are fighting the demon guy, and then jump right back to like talking to Alfonso.
And can you post the missions in the group chat?
Yes. I mean, you guys can see them in my journal. I've been taking notes ever since we had
I'll be right
the
back.
ever since I had the conversation with the Eternal Pontifex. I've started taking notes on like important conversations.
Very cool. Very cool.
They're kind of jumbled a little bit, but you could probably easily find something.
Okay.
And I've
well,
definitely missed stuff, but if I've missed stuff, I'm like, okay, then I just missed it in character. All
well,
good.
after a shopping montage with Fondar, we try and give him a hat, but he refuses and wants to keep the bandana. I assume.
Yeah, you're not touching it. Every time someone touches it, he like grabs onto it.
Please
and
take
pulls
off your
back.
hat. Oh. Like every now and then we slyly try and grab the circular.
Whenever he glares at people, the little marks under his eyes glow a little bit. Like he's
I
gonna
would
be
speak
Cyclops.
to Hawkins and say, didn't it say we have to get it as fast as possible to him?
Well, if we tried to get it now, we'd go to Afonso and we would die. So we are doing it as fast as possible. Because if we try and get it and fail and are killed, then we failed and we haven't gotten it. And that means it will never be gone. But if we do it as we're told and we do it properly and do these missions in 2 months, we'll have it. Does that make sense?
A return from death.
So yeah, by doing
There's that.
this, we're doing it proper, we're doing it as fast and as efficiently as possible. Because it seems there is 2 months is when we will get it, and when we get it in 2 months, we will instantly give it to our boy.
Our boy. Yeah, it's my boy.